YouTube! It's been a while, I know. I do apologise. I've been extremely busy this side of the camera with various bits and pieces. Yes, real life TM has been preying upon my time quite significantly of late, largely due to various different creative works that I've got going on, little bits and pieces that I'm working on in my spare time, which have been devouring my personal life, such as it is. This video is going to be in response to the inimitable Renegade4dio, Linky Poos, knocking about either here or down there in the syphilis bar. Renegade tagged me as part of the poetry tag, which was doing the rounds a couple of months back, I believe. Unfortunately, Renegade himself did my favourite poem already, which is The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. There are very few poems in existence that have the raw music of The Raven, and then my second choice would have been something by Blake, but Rowan Fortunewood already did that. And since I haven't really read any of my own poems for a very long time, I have been producing them, I just haven't been reading them on YouTube. I thought what I'd do is a compilation of my own poetry. So without further ado, this poem is intensely personal. It's one of those poems that was written in the sort of throes of passionate feeling, and it's called My Measure. In your bed I find my measure, my mind at ease with promised pleasure. And though the treasure of that state will soon be lost on my sleeping head, I feel purged of weakness, fear and hate, ephemeral in grace. Now the next poem was kind of written in the aftermath of that particular welter of feeling. This expresses the exact opposite. I find that poetry in particular, I mean, I write when I want to express something anyway, that's my medium, but poetry has this catharsis, it has a cathartic effect for me. It's very good when you're riding a particular surge of emotion. I find that it's very good for getting it out. This is called The Storm Inside. Slow build, sudden turn, breaks the storm inside, shuddering the strongest willed, forcing us to learn the stakes of love and loss and pride, the dream that waking killed. This next one is called The Walking Dust. I am the dust that thinks and breathes, that walks and loves, that talks when it must, stinks of sweat and meat and lust, that trembles, weeps and grieves. Now the next one, I'm not really sure where it came from. It's sort of like, it's an angry poem, definitely. I don't quite know what it's about. It's something that definitely came from some sense of frustration. I'm not quite sure. I can't even remember what it was specifically inspired by, but this is As Above. Turned, twisted, torn to shreds, pulped, sifted, sown instead of born or grown, a thing made more to own than love, from graveyard waste, the discarded dead, sculpted, burned in the haste of hearts too brave, too hard to know, that the eyes above and the tongues below don't care what parts they see or taste. And I thought I'd end on something terribly sentimental and conventional. This is just something I probably wrote in a matter of seconds, just as a matter of not having anything else to do. It's a poem about longing for a lover. Oh, how very original. This is Words and Worlds Apart. 1,000 worlds and words apart, stars scattered between us. I sit and wonder, where should I start? Maybe somewhere around Venus.